Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
love with...
Welcome to the KVJ Out of the Show podcast for your Wednesday. Yeah. Right off the bat, got to apologize. Kind of came to the conclusion today. We have a brand new sparkly looking website. It's very nice. It's at kvjshow.com, but in the transfer, and the way they did it, I'll spare you all the technical jargon of it, but it turned off our mail at kvjshow.com. So started to realize the last couple of days, I'm like going, damn, nobody got nothing to say. I'm like, oh man. And then
no emails.
People were like all over me about birthdays. And I'm like, I even I'm checking the garbage. I'm like, you guys didn't send it to me. I didn't get it. And I'm going, wait a minute. There might be something wrong with our email. And then that's right. They just switched over. And so got to get that fixed. So I apologize with birthdays. And if you send in something for the After the Show podcast, be like, hey, man, they didn't like my comment. I didn't read it or whatever. We don't read every single one that comes through. But, the ones that stick out, if you're like, oh, man, I thought it was awesome.
Most of them are good, and we do read them.
Yeah.
We love the emails. And
yeah, we do.
We didn't deliberately ghost y'all.
No.
Just kind of was going down.
And we're sorry if we missed your birthday.
Yeah, so I'll try to get back on as many of those as I can. Hopefully we'll get that fixed today, but that's the issue. You can also go to our Facebook page. I'm trying to watch that too, and I wouldn't encourage that for the future because I always wanted everything funneled through one place. So, because some people would be like, I don't know, man. I think I text you on the WRMF app, and you're like, it's a lot more convenient if we get it in one spot, but just for the next couple of days till I know we're up, send it to me on Facebook or tweet it to me. I'll try to grab as much as I can. We were talking earlier on the show today about Netflix. Jaybird had a website. I don't know if this is the one you're talking about. You had a website you brought in that apparently had all these movies and TV shows that nobody knew about or didn't know was on Netflix.
Yes, I have it right here. Surprisingly, I'm organized. It is they say it's Netflix.com /browse /genre
Is it backspace or front space?
Slash.
I think forward because people were saying Jaybird's not back, it's forward.
All
right. So I think it's /.
Is there a difference?
Yeah.
Man, it's a big world out there.
Yeah, there is. I know.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
that's what it is. I mean, we can post the link too.
Okay. Yeah, see what that says. And I didn't know if this had any connection, but there's another story out about a website that helps Netflix users find a movie or show to watch. It's getting some attention today. It's called Flixable. It's a Netflix search engine that lets you quickly narrow down your choices by rating, genre, and release date. Let's say you are saying, I only want to find, because that's kind of for me, I'm really starting to weigh a lot on these Rotten Tomatoes ratings because I'm finding that they're working. And I'm noticing
For you like it.
Yeah, I really
when you
like it.
agree with it.
I do, more oftentimes than not, and a high enough percentage where it does affect my decision. So, for me, I always like to plow through really awesome movies because I like to be able to, I think we all do. You like to be able to connect. It's, part of the experience is just enjoying a good movie, but the other part is when somebody brings it up, you're able to say, yeah, I've seen that. And you can relate to what they're saying.
I totally dork out when somebody actually comes up to me and go, hey, dude, I do watch The Twilight Zone. You're right. There's a connection when you're watching the same stuff with people.
So I always want to make sure that I'm watching really good stuff. There's nothing better than finding a movie. You're crazy going, how did I not know that? I think you had mentioned one, Virginia, was that kind of like a James Bond spoofy kind of thing. It had Samuel L. Jackson in it.
Yes, Kingsman.
The Kingsman, yeah. And I watched the original. I haven't seen the second one, but the first one was worth watching. I'm
it was
fun,
I liked
right?
It.
Yeah, I liked it. And it had a good Rotten Tomatoes rating. I'm like, if I'd have just checked, it would have worked out for me. So this will break down your choices by rating, genre, and release date. The site also keeps a detailed log of what's added and removed from the service to make it easier to keep up on the newly uploaded titles. If you're really into Netflix and you spend a lot of time there. It's a UK site, but works equally for UK and American Netflix. It's uk.flixable, FLIXABLE.com.
Nice.
uk.flixable.com. So if you're looking for another search engine, that's something for you to check out as well. We're talking about profiles, dating sites, all that kind of stuff. I got this email from Monica. She said, hey, I wanted to get your take on this. I got this text last night to my cell phone from a random San Francisco number. Now, I'm happily married, and I'm not on any dating sites or chats. Also, keep in mind that I have never put my cell phone number in for anything online, social media, online orders, etc. If I'm asked for a phone number for an online purchase or Facebook, I have a standard fake that I give. Now, the text said, a chat service said from Lauren26, hello, I just signed up on the chat and came along your interesting profile. Where are you from and what are you looking for? And Monica responded, who the hell is this? I'm married and not on any chats. The chat service comes back, hi there, I'm Lauren and I'm in Jupiter, Florida. I'm recently divorced, but we are only chatting. Where are you from? She said, I am a straight female. Not sure how you got my number, but never contact me again. She said, I just find it odd that I received a random message from a girl who says that she's in the same city that I live in. I did a search of the phone number, and I didn't find much aside from learning that others had marked the number not safe. Just wondering if you or your listeners had any insight on how this person obtained my number and what she was possibly hoping to accomplish by contacting me. Maybe if I seemed interested, she would try to make me pay for the chat she's a part of. I don't know. Is this a new scam? Probably is, but what is it?
We don't know. Yeah, what's the end game
Yeah.
for this scammer? I just completely and totally have stopped taking any calls I don't recognize. I don't care. I'm not taking your call.
Yeah.
And if someone tried to chat with me, I would immediately just shut it down and block the number.
Yeah.
We don't have time.
I said that for a while. You know, I always study the productivity stuff, and they say that that's some of the key stuff is that checking your emails, your phone messages, all that kind of stuff, you do that at a set time. You block off time for that. They said one of the most destructive things people grab for their smartphone first thing in the morning and they start checking those messages and then you don't have any windows set on it and you're wasting ample amounts of time and that's your most productive time. They said step one's doing that. Step two, turn off all your notifications. Just simplify your life because we're so distracted. We're not getting anything quality done. And so, yeah, you're right. Just honestly, never answer your phone. I mean, like I said, unless it's my wife or my kids, I never answer my phone.
It's
when it
true.
comes up.
Unless it is, a family member, a friend, somebody whose name comes up. If it is just a number, I never, ever pick it up.
From the productivity standpoint, too, just a quick little blurb in what I read. Makes sense. Stay on your agenda, not somebody else's. The second you respond to a message from somebody else, if you're always trying to clean out your email box, it's hard for me. It's kind of like that. It tweaks me out when there are messages there. You got to find out how to break that because you're always working on someone else's agenda, not yours. So whatever project you want to get done or however you want to better your life or whatever you want to actually do, you're not doing. You're always doing someone else's bidding, not your own. I was like, yeah, that's good. It's a good little tidbit. Let me see. Other stuff. An email about Jaybird's Diet. Jaybird, not sure if you've ever tried this app or not. It's free in the iPhone App Store. It is easy to use, and it has restaurants to keep you on a certain number of calories each day. Helps me be responsible for what I'm eating. If I cheat a little, I can just adjust at the next meal to stay on target. It asks you questions to start with to determine your calorie limit. I'm at 1975, good year. I try and stay 200 below that each day in case I miss an item. It also gives you back calories if you add in exercises. There's a list of how many calories it burns. It's from Chris B. in Boca.
Thank you, Chris B.
Yeah. I think you kind of got an idea. It's just a matter of, a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
Practical application, the hard part. We
Yeah.
know what to do.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's just it's the man in the mirror.
Yeah.
Virginia's right. You are right. I know what to do. I just don't always do it.
Yeah,
and that's on
tough.
me. It's on
I think
me.
we all are like that, though.
Yeah, I mean,
we
if-
know how to do it right, but then it's just so tempting, and we're only human, Bert.
If there's a day where work goes longer or we have to do something I wasn't expecting to do and that takes over my day, I'm sorry. I'm just probably not going to exercise that day and I'm probably definitely going to order a pizza. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, you know what? A lot of people, this is kind of interesting, if you're trying to keep a resolution, they say that basically what you got to do is you've got to start real super small. And they said, so often people try to jump too far in, and it's something that's so out of the norm of what they normally do.
That's what I'm trying to do right now.
Yeah. They said, in fact, they encouraged a lot of people to start off. Don't jump right in and be like, hey, you're going to be a fitness guru in week one. They said start as small as just putting on the shoes you would wear to work out in.
So-
and that's your goal for the day. And then when that becomes a habit that every single day at a certain time you do that, and then maybe you start small with I'm going to walk for 5 minutes then. And then once you get that down, then you build on that. You don't jump right in.
That's what I've been doing. I've been running 4 times a week.
Right.
I've been trying to cut out what I was eating. Now, yes, I'm still fucking up and eating pizza.
But you're gradually getting better.
Yes, I have cut out soda big time. I mean, I was always drinking soda during the morning show. I'm not doing that. I'm drinking water. So I am trying to get better. Every time I go all or nothing, I fuck up a lot. I'm trying to change a little bit here.
That's what it is.
That is a good move.
Yeah, just start real small, and then that way too, you don't. Guilt is a big part of it, and I think sometimes you almost guilt yourself out of doing something positive. You're going, I'm such a loser, and then you just kind of like fall off. Be like, no, I mean, it's just. And even if you do stop going to the gym or you miss the gym for a day, that was a big thing I started doing. I started saying, what's the big deal? Okay, you didn't go today.
And the other thing, too, is that I've really kind of come to realize is how quick time goes. And right in the moment, I don't feel awesome. But in a month, I know I have the potential to do that. And I know that month's going to go by quick. And, your lows aren't always your lows. There's always a high right around a low.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Was that Tony Robbins enough?
I like it. It's
was.
good. It's good. That's it. Yeah. So, if you're frustrated and you've given up already on whatever that thing is, start over again and start super small. And
Don't
then
give up.
Build habits. They say that's what it is really don't say I'm going to do a 6-week diet program and exercise and I'm going to quit and go back, because then you're going to put the weight right back on. And then at the end of 2018, you're going to be exactly where you were at the end of 2017.
You're right.
And don't say, I'm never eating pizza again. So, I'm really going to believe I'm never going to have pizza again, because I'm changing the way I'm
Have pizza.
You got to give yourself a little bit of pizza, but then you got to be good the majority of the time.
I always say it, live in both worlds. Last year, I did not live in both worlds. I didn't exercise last year. I ate a lot of junk food, and I gained weight. In years past, I would eat junk food, and I would exercise, and that's why I wasn't, I didn't have as big of a gut.
I mean, to hear you talk, we have it figured out, guys.
Oh, yeah, who wants to get a pizza now?
Yeah.
Because life is short.
Small recommendation I make too is become a snob for whatever your crutch is that you have a hard time staying away from. Like if it's, for instance, pizza. Here's the one advice that I started doing with beer, because I'm like, beer's adding a lot of calories. I probably drank a little too much. I became a massive beer snob, and you should do the same thing with pizza. Don't eat shitty pizza. Just, you know what? If it's not that good, be like, you know what? No, I'm gonna. If I'm gonna do it,
I only eat the best.
if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it and make it count. Because that's a lot of times when I would feel bad, be like going, I drank that beer. I'm like, I didn't even like that beer. What the hell was I doing?
So you just hit on why I have food anxiety and why I order so many different items. If I'm going to a different restaurant, especially if it's delivery, I've never been to them, and I just order a pizza. Now, I know in my heart just a pizza is going to be good enough for me to eat. That'll fill me up. But what if I get a shitty pizza? What if that thing sucks? Now I'm stuck with just a shitty pizza. Not if I ordered mozzarella sticks. Not if I ordered a sub. Not if you see what I'm saying? And that's where the anxiety comes from.
It's only good then if that food immediately goes away, and it'd be good if you could give it to somebody else so it doesn't go to waste. But yeah, you would have to then say, immediately out of my sight, because I had this the other day. It's what I think where it all went wrong for me on Saturday. I had that beer snob mentality, and I had a beer that wasn't that good, but I drank it anyway. And I'm like going, man, why did you drink that beer? I didn't even really like it.
There's nothing that annoys me more is when I get full on shitty-ass food, and I'm bloated now.
Why?
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't even like that. Now I'm full.
Yeah.
I'm with you, man. You're preaching some good shit today.
That's it, baby. That's it. I'm just like the Kev's life lessons.
I love
the
it.
last couple of months. Yeah, it's all stuff I'm always trying to read and learn and study. I'm passing on whatever I can get to you.
When you get old,
when you get old, you know stuff.
you're the
I
Miyagi
know.
of my
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah. Something else that I learned, IKEA is running these ads right now promoting the Swedish sleeping method. One thing that I picked up in 2017, it's not just because I pitched beds. It's because I pitched beds, I realized how important sleep was. And it is so important now. I make sure that I am giving myself time to get 8, even sometimes 8+ hours of sleep. I don't care what else you got going on, cancel it. Don't do it. Life, whatever you got to do is not that pressing. You need to tell somebody to kiss your ass. I don't need to do this. They say apparently couples there use separate comforters in Sweden, and that means 0 fights over sharing the covers and way better sleep. They found that couples that use their own comforter that moves and flows with you and doesn't get yanked off of you or leave you in a cold spot, they found, because these beds will detect when you're in deep sleep, when you're not, that as soon as those covers shift on you, it yanks you out of that really deep sleep, and now you're in a sub-level of sleep and you're not resting as well. And especially when you get cold and it completely wakes you up, then sometimes you get frustrated and it raises your blood pressure, and then you don't fall asleep as fast.
Oh, getting out of sleep and into an annoying situation is the worst.
Yeah.
That's probably when I'm at the worst as a human.
Yeah.
When it rocks you.
Yes.
Yes.
These beds, it's amazing. The Sleep Number beds, and a lot of other companies will do them too, but the Sleep Number especially, they will take your blood pressure. They are monitoring like your breaths and everything. So they know what's going on with your body. And it's amazing how they can break down sleep now and how they really study it. So that's what they said. So that was their one little suggestion. I'm like, that kind of makes sense because I have so often where somebody's yanked the covers off of me and I'm freezing and it wakes me up and I'm pulling back over. And yeah, so whatever you can do, you got to set yourself up in that zone where there's not things waking you up.
Oh, my mom would do that when waking me up for school. You gotta get up, gotta go to school. Rip off the blanket. Oh, I'd be so pissed off, so mad.
Yeah, it was the worst. My mom would do that. My mom would rip the blanket off of me. She'd turn the lights on. That's how it all started. It's just like, I don't like waking up that way. It just doesn't seem like right. It seems like
It's harsh.
Yeah, it seems like it's doing something bad to you. Like you should have.
It is.
You know, you should have like your lights should gradually come on.
Well, nobody did that to her ass. She probably woke up real smooth. And
Yeah.
just went to the bathroom.
I
and
really
went
believe that,
pee-pee,
yeah.
and you gotta gently ease in
I
and
agree.
gently ease out.
Thank you. Yes, exactly.
Stop shocking your body.
Oh, and in high school, I would pass out in the living room, and either my mom would come and rip the blanket off, or Ann would be in the kitchen, and it sounded like she was fighting 11 ninjas. It was so fucking loud in there. So you'd wake up, Ann, what are you doing? I'm making coffee. I'm like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I just spit on Virginia so bad.
Yeah, you did.
I'm so sorry.
It was very wet.
Yeah, the people that are in my house, yeah, they do not know how to be quiet. Kim and her mom are like, and I see where Kim gets it from, but yeah, they're up, and it's crazy. The hours, everything's just weird. My mother-in-law wakes up at 2 in the morning to take her bath.
That might be an old person thing, because
I don't
Ann
know, man, too.
does shit like that too.
Well, I've got to shower at night because our house is so low budget that if somebody's running, we have that monstrous bathtub. My wife got one of them old-looking bathtubs that's in that
Yeah.
bath. It's close to the water heater, so it gets all the,
The hot water goes there first.
So if she's up and the pipes make noise, you can hear them making noise. So when I
But
get
you
up,
live in a haunted house.
I know it's such a it's so low budget, and so if I go in and try to run a shower, I have just a trickle. Just a little trickle of like cold water, and you're just like trying to take it and spread it out all over your face to make it work because you can't get any damn water. So I have to shower before I go to bed because it takes like 45 minutes to fill that damn tub, and she'll fire it right up. I wake up at 2. I start waking up earlier. I'm like, she did too. Like she's up at 2. Firing that damn. I'm like, what time do I got to get up to take a bath around here?
I mean, we had at one point, I think 10 people living at our house when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And there was one time we only had one bathroom, and it would suck so bad. You'd have to wait and get. By the time I would get there, it would be freezing water, and everybody knows it's so hard to jerk off in cold water.
Oh, absolutely. It
The
kills
worst.
you. Well, I mean, you're fighting against your dick, which is trying to go back inside
And then
you.
people are knocking. You're like, this is not how a man
yeah.
needs to get it done.
Right. No,
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I got a shower like at that time now. So she's up at like 2, and then she's out, and they're making it's so weird. Just it's so funny to watch, see what happens. She gets up and she makes Coco, our little Pomeranian, the dog's food. She makes 10 times more food than this dog could ever eat in a week. And she's in there and she's chopping things up and making like this gourmet bowl of food, and then she goes and she puts it out back, and then the birds swarm down and eat all of it.
That's your mother-in-law that does it?
Yes, I'm like, there's so
No,
much.
it's an activity.
There's so much weird shit happening in my house, from her waking up and taking a 45-minute bath at 2 in the morning.
I think I
to-
might know why you guys have rats and raccoons hanging around, too.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
yes.
I mean,
keep
you're
telling
basically
them.
putting out a rat buffet.
Guys,
I mean, if I was a
trust me.
rat in West Palm.
Oh, I brought this up when I talked about the rats. I'm like, it's obvious why we've got all these damn animals around the house. I'm like, the dog doesn't eat any of it. All you're doing is feeding the wild animal population.
Oh,
My wife won't let me trim the backyard, so we've got overgrowth. So you've got all kinds of wild beasts living in these. I'm like, you've just basically made a jungle in the backyard and you're feeding them.
If I was a raccoon, I'd be going to Cafe Ralston all the time.
Thank you.
You're chopping up meat for them?
They probably tell the others. I mean, you probably have animals from far and wide that have heard the buzz on your pad.
Oh, absolutely. The word's out. Be like, oh my gosh, first of all, there's great foliage. You can build a fantastic house. They're going to feed you. It's like a bed and breakfast every day. And all you got is the world's worst guard dog. And like,
we can
sold.
take him.
Right. Sold.
Coco ain't getting nobody.
I do feel like animals talk to each other, and in my head, they're like, meat. Like I
It's
can
like a Disney kind of thing.
totally. Maybe not English, obviously.
Have you ever seen that cartoon from back in the day called The Rescuers? It's about animals. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I'm watching it with Rocco, and he loves it. Yes. It's all about animals that talk to each other and save each other, and they have this whole network of helping each other behind the scenes that we don't even know about because we're so oblivious humans.
That's funny.
Ah,
Yeah.
We don't
okay.
even see. They have like a whole animal council, and they have all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's very cute.
Something else I was talking to a buddy of mine over the weekend, and he said, have you seen the documentary they have on Walt Disney on Amazon Prime or whatever it
No,
is?
I have. I wanted to see it.
He said, oh my gosh, it's so fascinating.
Really?
He's
I
like, Walt
bet.
Disney was such a dick.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, no way.
Of course
really?
he was. To be
They're
that
like-
awesome and to be that successful, you got to be a little bit of a dick.
Oh my gosh, it was the things that he was saying that were interesting. He's like, Walt Disney was a dick. All of his employees hated him, and like they even went on strike one time. And his brother Roy was really kind of like the guy that was really doing a lot of the stuff. But Roy didn't like being in front of the cameras. So Roy's creating all the genius of a lot of this stuff and really kind of making Disney the name happen. Walt pretty much is the guy in front of the camera taking all the credit. That's why it's not, Roy Disney World, it's Walt Disney World, because he just had that more gregarious type of personality. And so he goes on a safari to get away as like all of his employees go on strike. He comes back and he tells Roy, he's like, give me a list of everybody that was striking. He did. He said, fuck them, they're all gone. Fired them, bam. He was like that kind of guy. Apparently he was a chain smoker. That's what took him out was lung cancer. And he would watch like all the times he was on camera and he'd always be like going, I wish that was really me. He's like, he knew he was such an asshole. And he was like, man, I wish I was that guy. And so, like, what you think of Walt Disney is like, oh, really, Walt? Yeah, guy was a total dick. I was like, no way. So I was like, it's pretty fascinating, just, how it all went down and what happened with it and the movies and how they were, bankrolling, how early on they had like, I think it was either Snow White, Cinderella, one of the two, and that was a huge success. And they came out with Bambi, and Bambi kind of tanked.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, don't fucking off the mom in the opening scene. Sorry, spoiler alert.
Yeah. So I was like, that's kind of fascinating. I got to watch that. Everything Disney fascinates me. So, yeah, it's kind of the whole deal. I'm like, wow, I just never would thought of Walt Disney as a dick.
Is
That-
Roy dead too? Roy's dead.
Oh, yeah,
right?
they're way dead. Yeah.
That the witch from Snow White, they made her horrifying. I mean, just the look of her with them big old eyes. She's all hunched down. That's a scary witch right there.
She is. She's horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Scariest witch. Well, I don't know. Scariest witch might be from Wizard of Oz. That witch is fucking horrifying too.
I thought you were going to say me.
No, that's too obvious.
Too obvious. Yeah, so I'm putting that on my list. I was watching a little bit of the Chappelle stand-up special. It's good. Haven't had a chance to get through a ton of it.
The first one I thought was
I was
really...
watching one he released on New Year's.
Yeah, he released two. So there's one where he's out pretty much at a big ass auditorium.
Yeah.
Then there's one he's in a small club.
Yeah.
And it's real intimate. And his jokes are more like long stories, kind
Yeah, I
of.
was having a hard time finding that one. So I got to look for that. I did a quick little Netflix search, but yeah, maybe I'm not doing it right. Maybe need to get on that site I just told you about.
When I searched, both of them came up.
They both came up for
and
me
it gave
too.
me the option, which one do you want to watch?
Yeah, the one I'd seen before, I was looking because he released 2 on New Year's, right?
Yes, he has two. He has 4 specials in all on
Yeah,
Netflix.
okay.
2 new ones.
Yeah, okay. I got to look a little bit harder for that one. So yeah, I'm trying to put together maybe a list of stuff I might start watching. A lot of stuff just hasn't really got me ginned up.
I'm with you, man. I am in a watching slump right now.
I think the Walt Disney would be good. Sounds like it's short and like, okay, it's something that you would walk around with and give me a new perspective on Disney.
I started
Yeah.
watching that one drug special with Ambrosia, the female pimp who's running Oaktown. She's running the whole place,
Yeah.
really. I kind of fell off of it. It's
Did ya?
almost kind of like the same.
Yeah.
There's murder, there's mayhem, there's Cain, there's love, there's loss.
Yeah. Kind of watch, if anybody saw, was the Catherine Zeta-Jones on Griselda Blanco. Was that any good? Was that Lifetime show? And I think it was just a mini movie, so I think that was it. I don't think it's a series.
I've got that
Is that worth
Gianni
watching?
Versace special in my DVR. True crime
Now,
story, True American Crime Story.
Was that just one episode, or is that like a series?
I think it's a series.
They have so many series on serial killers and murderers, man.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're doing another Ted Bundy movie. How many fucking times do we need to tell this story? We know what happened.
Yeah, who do they
Zac
got for
Efron.
that? Yeah, Zac Efron, yeah.
Who kind
Playing
of
Ted Bundy?
well,
I don't. Do they have to? I don't think I've ever seen a Ted Bundy movie.
Oh, Kevin, there's so many Ted Bundy
Are
movies
there?
out there. Deliberate Stranger, I believe, in 1986 would start with Mark Harmon. That was the first one.
Oh, I could see him as Ted Bundy. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Good
he did a
casting.
really good job, and that was a 4-hour movie, I believe. But yeah, there's been several Ted Bundy movies. And Zac Efron kind of does resemble a very young Ted Bundy, a little bit.
Okay.
They could have got
Okay.
better actors for that, though.
Okay. There's right now they're casting, or I think they just cast they're doing a movie about Motley Crue's book, The Dirt. It's about Motley Crue and just how hedonistic. I think even if you're not into Motley Crue, I think it might be fascinating about that music scene around then and the stories that they had. Apparently, the book, The Dirt, is insane.
I think they were insane.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I think everything they're doing. So I kind of got that, looking forward to that. I was looking at like some of the Oscar nominees. Dunkirk was a movie I almost wanted to watch, and
I
it does
watched it.
pretty well. Did you like
Well,
it?
what's it about?
It's about the town of Dunkirk, and it's about I think it's World War I or II, and they have to go out there. Some of the townspeople go out to help
I
fight
did.
in the fight.
I watched about 40 minutes of it. It was
Yeah.
good. I was getting. You would like it, I think.
Yeah?
I think you like those kind of movies.
I do typically, but it seemed like it could be long. And if you loved it, why did you only watch 40 minutes of it?
I do that a lot, man. There's a lot of things I love that
So I
just.
think if you would have loved it, you might have watched the whole thing.
I did I say I loved it? I say I liked it. I thought I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. I fell
You're not
asleep.
telling me, yeah.
It was good what I was watching. I say I think you would like it
Oh,
or
okay.
love it because you like that kind of stuff. I
Yeah.
don't fucking know. Maybe you won't like it.
The Shape of Water, like what is that? I don't even know what that is.
What shape is water? Is this just meant to confuse us?
I don't even know.
What is the shape?
The shape of water is only what it's in.
I don't even know.
Damn, Virginia, that is deep.
Yeah. That's why it's like, honestly, like after reading that thing today about, and I mean, if it is legit, both movies were released in the same year, and Boss Baby, 51% on Rotten Tomatoes, and the Lego Batman movie, which I did see, and I saw both movies. I like Lego Batman better, and it wasn't even nominated. Boss Baby was 91% on the Lego Batman. That was a funny movie.
Is
actually.
Rotten Tomato the people that vote, or
That's
is that
the
the
people, I think.
critics?
People.
I think it's the people, yeah.
Okay, because I trust the people. I don't trust the
Because
critics.
they got the little tomato, and then on mine at least, they got like the tomato, and they got like a popcorn. I think one's critics, and I think I always look at like the tomato one, and it's
I thought, okay,
Pretty
yeah.
honest.
I trust the audience, not the critics.
yeah, I'm the same way. It seems to match up, so that's what I want to do. Did you guys see this story? Barney the dinosaur was around when we were like, I was getting out of high school and stuff like that.
I was digging through that box of pictures I was telling you about, where I found the old pictures of your twins.
Yeah.
And I found a picture of Mags. She's about 3.5, and she's with Barney.
Okay.
And so I took it and I put it in her room, and she's like, oh, Mom, I love this. I loved Barney.
What year would that have been? you
Gosh,
think?
so she's going to be 13 this year.
Okay. All right. You're safe. And it wouldn't have been the actual guy who played Barney. His name's David Joyner. He played Barney for 10 years between 91 and 2001.
Yeah.
He doesn't do Barney anymore. He's a tantric healer who his whole act is he has sex with women to, quote, release their blocked energy, but he doesn't like using condoms.
What?
Yeah.
Barney?
Barney. That's what he does now. And even people in the tantric who do this kind of stuff think that it sounds sketchy. And they're like, this guy's weird. Like, that ain't right.
That tantric stuff, that's when you hold off on your orgasm, right? To finally get the ultimate one.
Yeah. Till you just explode.
Like your whole body.
Your penis actually explodes and falls off.
Kaboom.
See, that I'm not down with that. That doesn't sound that awesome.
Are you down with waiting?
Yeah, I do. I like a lot of foreplay. I like a lot of. I like to
Show me on Kevin.
Nah, we don't have the time.
No, he's going to show me how to do a perfect blowjob. That's what he's trying to say on the regular show today. He's going to talk about. Yeah, what is this? There is a lot of tips. Now, I've heard some stuff before. Jay Bird sent us this article on how to give the best blowjob.
Let me see if I can check any of these off.
Well, yeah, because they're saying that according to this article, it says it's basically blowjob 101, and this is what you need for the basics of a great BJ. So you tell us. Because I don't think we can speak on this.
Yeah. So what they do is there's certain things, and I've heard before, like the mints and all that kind of stuff, but you're saying things like warm water. Start off with warm water.
Or
In fact, they've got like 10 commandments or 12 commandments of the good blowjob.
Drink a hot beverage, they're saying.
Hot beverage.
Like a coffee or a tea. Now you got coffee breath, though. But, yeah, like a tea of some sort. It makes it warm.
Okay.
I can see that.
Making your mouth warm. Well, you can do the opposite, too, they're saying, with an ice cube or mints.
Yeah, but do you want a cold D?
I think it's all up to the man. I'm not a fan of the ice cube blowjob.
Okay.
Talk about chewing mint gum beforehand and using a butt plug.
I think those are the extras, Kev. You want to go more to the let's crawl before we run.
Let me get this straight. You're recommending a list that wants you to put a butt plug in?
No, that they're saying that works for some people, but we're skipping way too many steps here.
Okay.
They're even saying limit alcohol because it will change the taste of a man's, batter.
Juice.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard that too. What you eat changes the juice. Like, you can eat certain things to make it better. If you smoke cigarettes, I've heard it makes it yucky.
Yeah, that's pretty gnarly.
Is there anything that cigarettes makes better?
Yeah,
Where you're going,
no.
yes, it's more flavorful. It's more, just brings out the essence.
The only thing cigarettes ever make better is the bad guy in a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
You're right. That's it. The cigarette does not help anything.
No, it doesn't
No.
help anything.
No, maybe worst product ever.
So they're saying avoid too much caffeine because it will make, this is for dudes, don't drink too much because it'll make it taste not great.
Yeah, and you might get too excited and bite it off.
Well, I think the girl can drink the cup. Or the one giving it.
Okay. I just recommend maybe both stay away from caffeine.
Using a swirling motion with your tongue. They say that's kind of 101, right?
It kind of is. I mean, everybody knows to swirl.
Okay, how about this one? Jerk him off as well as performing a BJ to double up on the sensation.
I mean, yeah, of course you use your hand. Come on, Bert.
I know I'm talking to a veteran.
Yeah.
I'm talking about maybe there's people listening and they don't know these.
I'm sorry. You're looking at me, so I'm taking it personal. You don't think I know to use my hand?
Okay, do you want any more, or are these too basic?
Give me your basic BJ tips.
Look at his face while performing it.
That's weird. Okay, I'm not into porn. I'm not gonna look at your face. I'm not gonna make like ooh.
If Panda wanted you to lock eyes, you're not down with that.
If he needed it, I would do it, but I'm not going there without coaxing.
Does it weird you out if he wants you to do that?
I'm focused on the D, baby. I'm looking down. I'm like trying to get this done. I'm down here. If you need me to look up there, I'm taking my eyes off the prize.
But maybe some guys are into that.
Okay. Well, they needed to speak up then.
They say make your own sound effects. It will help to turn him on more.
I mean, some people like sound effects.
Like, do you do a good laser?
Choo 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 choo.
What do you want me to hit you with? Crickets?
Glass breaking. Piet, piet.
Cat meowing?
All right, cameo might could work.
They say blindfold him.
I mean,
Limit the senses.
that's just part of just fun games. Now we're just playing some games.
Yeah. And what it's a really fun joke is you blindfold him, you're blowing him a little bit, and then you do this whole trick where you put peanut butter on his dick and bring the dog in. So when he takes off the blindfold, the dog's licking his dick.
You're a sick man, Ralston.
How mad would you be?
How mad? That's got to be a crime, right?
I know somebody who did that.
Everybody knows somebody. There's always a story at every
I'm
high
not
school.
going to
It
say.
needs to be a crime in every case.
I'm not going to say who it is, but this person.
I think I'd call the cops. I think I would dial 911.
Oh,
No.
I'm
I'd be
calling.
like, yeah,
You haven't-
911. Yeah. This girl just put peanut butter on my dick and let the dog lick it
You
off.
No.
tricked me into a dog blow job? I'm calling the cops.
I know a guy that confessed to me that he did this with their family dog, and here's why you should never do it.
It may be the first tier, but it's bestiality.
The dog bit his dick.
Oh, funny. Good for him.
Oh, and that's
Good
the
for
reason.
dog.
That's the reason why you don't do it.
Yeah,
That's the reason.
I mean, that's the glaring one that
No.
I got out of the story.
How about it's your dog and you shouldn't have your dog suck your dick? How about that rule?
It really
Well,
should go
he's
without
already
saying.
in it. I'm not gonna he can't change the past.
Do I know this guy?
No, this is a guy from many years ago.
I don't know him.
You don't know him?
Thank God.
I wish you
if
did.
you did, you should not know him.
No, this is something that was told to me, I would say when I was like 19.
Okay.
Was
Ooh.
it? Are you sure it wasn't shock value? Because every town that I've ever lived in, with every high school, they always say, "Oh yeah, I went to high school with that one kid.
Yeah.
Got his dick sucked by a dog." I'm like, all right. Everyone's got that story.
Well, just know, dogs don't all suck. Some of them like to bite.
Well, I
Good
guess
for them.
I guess
They
no.
should.
I guess no dogs suck. I guess it would be more of a lick. Yeah, no, there's no dogs suck.
Be careful. My friend said they bite.
Absolutely.
How do you go to the ER and explain that you have a dog tooth stuck in your dick?
You don't. You call Denny's. You call Denny's.
Is he an expert with?
And his number is.
We will figure it out. We are not going to the hospital with this injury. Oh no.
I mean, you're bleeding out.
Dude.
It's a main vein.
We gotta figure it. We gotta Google some shit and figure it out. We're not going to the hospital.
I can just hear this is a radio commercial. Your dog nip your dick when you're getting it a blowjob? Call Denny's.
I would. That's who I call. I don't call 911. I call my man Peace Train.
I agree with calling Denny's for anything.
Yeah.
But there might be a certain point when Denny's goes, man, I can't do nothing
You don't
for
think
you.
he would at least? I mean, I know Denny's is calling, but you don't think he would have an off reaction if he picked up the phone like, "Hey, Denny's, is Kev."
I think we should ask him.
Denny's. Yeah, I'm telling you,
I think he'd probably be. Yeah, he might take a pass on that.
This guy is so reliable. He is so strong.
But
Mind.
I mean, you're bleeding out of your penis. Daddy!
Because you put peanut butter on your dick and let your dog try to eat it off.
He wouldn't agree with it, and he wouldn't even judge me.
You don't think it wouldn't startle him though? Like, because I would be taken way aback if I got this call
Yes.
and they wanted assistance.
He's startled,
Okay.
but he still does it.
Just pretend, just do the call.
All right.
Ring, ring, ring.
Hello?
Hey, Denny's, you got to come over here right away because I know it's weird, but I put peanut butter on my dick and a dog was licking it and it accidentally bit it and I'm fucking freaking out. You got to get over here. Don't tell Jen. Don't text anybody.
Whose dog was it?
I'll tell you when you get here
Why did you do that anyway?
because it felt really good.
For a minute.
But now, what's going on with your dick?
I mean, dude, it's bleeding. I can't tell anybody. I'm so afraid this is going to get out. We got to make sure we figure this shit out. Please come over here.
What do you do, Denny's?
Oh, I'd grab some ice and run over.
That's my boy. That's what I'm talking
I'd be like,
about.
get that thing on ice quick.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why I love this cat.
Think of how much blood would come out of that area.
How's your ice going to fit a big, huge hole where the dog tooth was?
We figure it out.
well,
I told
think-
them we Google it, we figure it
Well,
out.
I would think one of your questions is what kind of dog was it? I mean, that's gotta. I mean, now for instance, if it's a Pomeranian, it's like okay,
An Italian Greyhound.
an Italian
They're
Greyhound.
beautiful.
I'm kind of like Italian Greyhound, like a
I'd be like, who has
Is that your
Italian-
nickname in the bedroom?
the Italian Greyhound.
Yeah, because my balls have gray hair. No, they don't. I'm not gray yet.
You do have dog balls.
It's sleek and
When you feel like
skinny.
a dog
It's sleek and
with
skinny and goes
big-
really fast.
I've got them.
You've got pre-neutered dog balls for like an old homeless dog.
when they jangle?
right now it's just getting mean and hurtful.
right?
Well, no,
We're all
I
having
just-
good times. here.
Nobody's groomed them.
Yeah, when you get older, you get longer balls. It happens. Same thing's happened to titties.
That's why I got my shit lifted.
I'm not getting a ball lift.
Come on.
Sorry, it is. It's the way it goes.
Please get a ball lift. That'd be fun.
He gets it too high.
They're in his belly.
They're actually on top of his dick.
They stick out like a muffin top.
And if that happens, if I got balls on the top, I gotta still make it. You gotta make it work.
You look like Gonzo.
You gotta try to make it work.
Can you
My
imagine?
God, so big.
You'd have to draw
Someone had
eyes
their
on
balls
them.
on top of their dick.
I feel like you could make it work.
I think you
could
can make it
make it
work.
You would need to get a scrotum tattoo with, they put little eyeballs on
I
it. That'd
think
be the most amazing.
It's all about confidence. I think you could still make it work.
Absolutely. You gotta be like, I did this on purpose.
And you can never be an asshole. You gotta be a nice person.
Sex would be so painful, though.
Some people might like that.
Maybe just slamming them into
You
it.
just have to turn it around, baby.
Reverse cowgirl,
There
Denny.
you go. There you go.
Just like a dog biting your dick, you figure it out.
I can only screw
Just
this
move
way.
on.
You make it work.
All right, well, we're solving things here today. Very nice.
Just FYI, your blowjob website has crashed this work computer over here. I think it gave me some kind of virus.
I got it on Stumble Upon.
So I think we're going to have to figure out this computer issue. It's frozen up.
It was Stumble Upon.
I
no
just stumbled
excuse.
upon a blowjob page.
Yeah, I did.
Now it looks like I'm looking up blowjob tips at work.
Well, there's never a bad time to look that up, Virginia. All right. Well, thank y'all for tuning in. Keep trying the email. Hopefully we'll get that up and running. Mail at kvjshow.com. We'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.